يقول راجي عفو رب سامعي محمد بن الجزري الشافعي: الحمد لله وصلى الله على نبيه ومصطفاه محمد وآله وصحبه ومقرئ القرآن مع محبه. وبعد إن هذه مقدمة فيما على قارئه أن يعلمه، إذ واجب عليهم محتم قبل الشروع أولا أن يعلموا مخارج الحروف والصفات ليلفظوا بأفصاح اللغات، محرر التجويد والمواقف وما الذي رسم في المصاحف.
اوكي، الحمد لله رب العالمين، وافضل الصلاه واتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى اله واصحابه اجمعين ومن تبعهم باحسان الى يوم الدين. All brothers, put your video on please. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا متقبلا يا ارحم الراحمين. So we continue by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings in explaining منظومة المقدمة فيما يجب على قارئ القرآن أن يعلمه من نظم إمام الحفاظ وحجة القراء محمد بن محمد بن علي بن يوسف بن الجزري رحمه الله تعالى. This is the class 74 and we are with line 37. Inshallah, I'm going to send you if you don't have the book of Aljazariyya by Sheikh Ayman Suwaid, of course in Arabic, I'm going to share it with you. Just let me know if you don't have it. I shared it with you a long time ago. It's a PDF file. And also I'm going to share with you this file, inshallah, that I'm using, the Microsoft Word file. And I have all of your emails, so we'll find, inshallah. This file that I use, I write mostly in Arabic. So if you like to take notes and put your English translation right away and your own notes, that will be the best thing to do. So this section is the 5th section, section 5 of Aljazariyya. I still don't see Ahmad Ansari. I still don't see Mustafa. Who else there? Yalla, let me see your faces, guys. Bismillah. So in this section, what does Imam Ibn Jazari say, rahimahullah? Anyone can remember the first line in this section? So this is section 5. The first section was about introduction to Al-Jazariyya. Second was Makharij al-Huruf and Sifat al-Huruf. These Makharij and Sifat are the most important thing, guys. The most important thing you need to know about Tajweed is Makharij and Sifat. Where the letter comes from and how the letter comes out. So the Makhraj and the Sifat, the point of articulation and the way or the attribute of articulation. Mustafa and Ahmad, can you hear me? Let me see your videos, please. Turn your videos on. Okay. And sisters have the choice. So what does then we have the 4th section, which is Tajweed section, talking about the rules of Tajweed and the importance of Tajweed and definition of Tajweed, etc. This is the 5th section. The main work has been done. Now these are simple, short, inshallah, topics. Okay, particularly this topic, we already covered it in Makharij al-Huruf. We explained these things that we're going to explain in this section, and Sifat al-Huruf we already did. And this is why in the beginning of this section I mentioned that this is like Atfu al-Khassi al-Am. Like he mentioned, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, Hafidhu ala salawati was salati al-wusta. Maintain the prayers and the middle prayer, means Asr prayer. So Imam Al-Jazari mentioned all these things already in the previous sections, and now he's putting more emphasis on some of them. Okay? So what does he say in the beginning? Anyone remember the first line? What does he say, rahimahullah? Keep your mic unmuted so that I can hear you quickly. And I want you guys to be awake and interacting. Anyone remember the first line? Yalla. No brother, no sister? None of you? فرققا مستفلا من أحرفي وحاذرا تفخيم لفظ الألف. فرققا مستفلا من أحرفي وحاذرا تفخيم لفظ الألف. Just raise your finger if you can hear me. Okay, unmute yourself يا شيخ يا نبيل يا مصطفى يا ضحى يا هنا. Unmute yourselves. Okay, let me feel, yeah, it's a live session. It's not like I'm talking to a computer. Okay. بسم الله. So, فرققا مستفلا من أحرفي وحاذرا تفخيم لفظ الألف. Right? وهمزة الحمد أعوذ إهدنا الله ثم لام لله لنا. Then what does he say? وَلْيَتَلَطَّفْ وَعَلَى اللَّهِ وَلَضْ وَالْمِيمَ مِنْ مَخْنَصَةٍ وَمِنْ مَرَضٍ. Then he says what? Line 37. وَبَاءَ بَرْقٍ بَاطِلٍ بِهِمْ بِذِي. وَبَاءَ بَرْقٍ بَاطِلٍ بِهِمْ بِذِي. واحرص على الشدة والجهر الذي فيها وفي الجيم كحب الصبر ربوة اجتثت وحج الفجر. Okay? As I mentioned, this section has 7 lines. Okay, 7 lines. Most of them about Tarqeeq. This is why I can call this section is the section on Tarqeeq, making some of the letters light. Okay? Making some of the letters light, or taking care of some, focusing on some light letters. Okay? And pronouncing them correctly. So, وَبَاءَ بَرْقٍ بَاطِلٍ بِهِمْ بِذِي. Who can tell me وَبَاءَ? وَبَاءَ. This wow is a conjunction, right? Right? حرف عطف, conjunction. Right? Yeah, they say conjunction, right?
نعم شيخ.
There's a conjunction. So it's in Arabic حرف عطف. So he's saying and. So this and relates to what? And وَبَاءَ. And the ba of. وَبَاءَ means what? And the ba of barqin, batilin, bihim, bihi. The ba in these 4 words. What does that mean? Waba'a. And the ba of these words. What about it? Yalla guys, who can tell me? So this, we need to go to the verb before that to understand, right?
Does it refer back to فرققا?
فرققا مستفلا من أحرفي وحاذرا. He already said رققا مستفلا من أحرفي. Now وحاذرا, another verb. Be careful of تفخيم لفظ الألف. Be careful of making the alif heavy. Look, حاذرا تفخيم لفظ الألف. وهمزة. Then he said ثم لام. Then وباء. So this goes back to where? حاذرا تفخيم. So make sure, okay, make sure not to make tafkhim for the ba in these words in particular, and the words that are similar to them, and in general, in all the ba, right? And it also applies, ya Sheikh Nabil, فرققا مستفلا من أحرفي. The ba is mustafil, and we have to make it light. But we go to the last verb, generally speaking, right? Okay, so وباء means what? حاذرا تفخيم الباء. Be careful of making the ba heavy. All the time, huh? And especially in these words and their likes. Huh? Not only in these words, in their likes. So obviously he cannot tell you every single word that you have to pay attention to. But who can tell me why he chose those words? First of all, darqin. Why, brothers and sisters, why he mentioned this word, for example? Darqin. Anyone can speak? Quick.
Both the ba and the ra are both the ra and the qaf are heavy.
Very good. So always people make mistake when it comes to heavy and light letters when they come together. And here comes, as I mentioned always, the skillfulness of the Qari appears in these places and in such words. Okay? So usually people would say baruq, right? Why it should be baruq. Ba, you go down with the light. Ba, right? So this is why we will see some other examples that are similar. So the point is having a letter which is heavy following the light letters. Okay. Batilin, same thing. Batil. People say batil. In Syria, rarely hear someone say batil. Batil. It will sound awkward. We say batil. Batil. هذا باطل. Right? Or we say batal. يا بطل. يا بطل. See, batal. You will never hear someone saying batal. أنت بطل. Bad. Batal. Right? It will sound awkward. So, batil. Again, why here? Because we have the ta, right? So you have to go down. Ba, batil, batil, ba, batil, right? Bihim. So let's take these two words. First of all, batil and batil, they have heavy letters after them. Now, what about bihim and bidi? Anyone has any idea? Bihim and bidi? Honestly, it's like rare. We don't hear people making the ba in bihim and bidi heavy. Why? Because they're followed by light letters. Maybe Imam Aljazariyya rahimahullah heard some people making it heavy, like bihim, 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 bidi, bidi. That's possible. So we have to anyway pay attention to them. Bihim, bidi. But because the ba here in these two words, it sounds weak. Bihim, bidi, bihim, bidi. It sounds like weak. This is why he mentioned in the next section, وَاحْرِصْ عَلَى الشِّدَّةِ وَالْجَهْرِ الَّذِي, and be careful of the shiddah and the jahr, الَّذِي, which is fiha, which is in it. In what? In the ba. وَفِي الْجِيمِ, and in the jeem. Okay? So let's finish the first line, then we'll go to the second section. So keep your videos on, guys. I have to see that someone is following with me. All boys have to put your video on. It's produced by, so let's finish this section and take similar examples. And guys, if you have any other example, let me know. MashaAllah, now many of you are teachers already, so you should have some examples also. It is produced by closing the lips, the ba. Okay, we explained its makhraj, we explained its sifat, and we already explained most of these points. Ahmad Ansari, if you cannot put the video, just let me know. Put your mic on and just let me know if you can put the video or no. So we already explained the ba with its makhraj and sifa, guys, and sifat, and we mentioned examples. This is just quick reminder. This is why we call it bilabial, bi or bilabial. Huh? English people, brother Imran, bilabial or bilabial?
Bilabial.
Bi? What, yeah, Sheikh Nabil?
I think it's bilabial.
Bilabial. Okay, why bilabial, yeah, Sheikh Mustafa?
I'm not sure.
Because bi, bi, two, yeah. Two lips, the two lips, right? Always the word bi means what? Like bilingual, right?
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
Okay. Ahmad Ansari, I still want to hear your voice and see your picture. Okay. Notice that you can hear me. Put your video on, please, if you can. Notice that it's unlike the letter P, huh? It's not P. So no breath with it, no pressure with it. Just close the lips, right? And this is what Imam Al-Jazari said, rahimahullah. لِلشَّفَتَيْنِ الْوَاوُ بَاءٌ مِيمُ, right? لِلشَّفَتَيْنِ الْوَاوُ بَاءٌ مِيمُ. Okay? Okay, then what? So we don't put any pressure, right? Yalla, let's read the examples before we move to the next half of the line. Yalla, first example, who's gonna read? Yalla, brother Amran, can you see the example? Is my screen clear to you? Yalla, let's start. Bismillah. Let's read word by word. Let's start first word with you, Brother Imran.
بغى
Say it.
بغى
Bagha. Very good, huh? Same thing, because we have a heavy letter after the ba. Bagha. Bagha. Right? إن قارون كان من قوم موسى فبغى عليهم. Right? يلا يا شيخ مصطفى, next word.
بصلها
I want you to put the word before it. وعدسها.
وعدسها وبصلها
Again.
وعدسها وبصلها.
Right. وبصلها. Again, brothers and sisters. This class, as you know, this is for advanced learners. This is for teachers. This is for ijazah seekers. These things don't change the meaning, right? Particularly, I'm talking about the ba here, for example. Sometimes tafkhim and tarqiq changes the meaning, right? If you say لينذر يوم الطلاق, you make the ta heavy, it becomes ta. So instead of saying لينذر يوم الطلاق, which is the day of meeting, it becomes to warn the day of divorce. Who's going to divorce who on that day? Yeah, everyone will run from everyone. Every person will run from his spouse, but no divorce, right? So sometimes heaviness and lightness will change the letter into another letter, and that's mandatory in every Muslim to learn. But the decorative sifat, which means the sifat that do not change the letter into another letter, it's very good and recommended for the Muslims to learn it, because this is the way the Arabs speak, this is the way the Prophet ﷺ recited, but we don't make out of it a big deal. Okay, like someone should not like get confused. Will this like invalidate my salah? Of course, not at all. So, bagha, we said that. Basaliha, we said that. Now, batal. Who's gonna read? Yalla, Nabil.
بطل
Say it.
بطل
So read for me. Read it with something before it. Let's say wabatala, right? Wabatala ma.
وبطل ما كانوا
تمام. وبطل. يلا sister.
وبطل
Next word.
الأسباط.
Again.
الأسباط.
تمام. This is a very common word, guys, huh? This is a very common mistake. So we say والأسباط. Okay. يلا أحمد. يلا يا أحمد, quickly please. Keep your mic unmuted so that you answer quickly, please. يلا.
البغية.
Say it.
البغية.
Lighter should be أحمد. والبغي. Good. يلا هنا, next word.
فتربصوا.
This is very important word, guys. Why? Heavy letter before it, heavy letter after it. Right? فتربصوا. And always I tell you, remember, skillfulness comes by what? Who can quote me the line of Imam ibn Jazari? Yalla.
Exercising the jaw.
ليس بينه Arabic يا عمو. وليس بينه. Guys, you have to memorize it. You have to memorize it. Like we spend like sometimes a whole hour on one line. So you have to memorize it. يلا. وليس بينه
وبين تركه إلا رياضة امرئ بفكه.
بارك الله. وليس بينه وبين تركه إلا رياضة امرئ بفكه. There's nothing that stops you from perfecting tajweed except exercising with your jaw, right? Exercising with your jaw. So, and cut the words into syllables, right? Cut the word into syllables, right? فتربصوا, right? يلا, next word يا سارة. Let's read a word before it. What's the word before it, yeah, guys? فمن اضطر. What's the ayah? اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. فمن اضطر غير باغ. What's the ayah?
فمن اضطر غير باغ ولا عاد.
فمن اضطر غير. Let's say غير. يلا say it again sister.
غير باغ.
غير باغ. غير باغ. And here pay attention to the غين at the end. Pay attention to the غين. غير باغ. باغ. So باغ. غير باغ. Okay. يلا next word brother عمران.
البقرة.
Yeah, let's say the word before it. Let's say إن البقرة.
إن البقرة.
Right. إن البقرة. بقرة. Right. إن البقرة تشابه. يلا next. مصطفى. إن السمع.
إن السمع والبصر.
Say it again.
إن السمع والبصر.
Right. So here same thing. We have a light ba followed by slad, which is heavy, followed by ra, which is heavy. إن السمع والبصر والفؤاد. Right. يلا next. يلا. Hannah. I see here how the names appear on the screen, but I don't know why they changed. They changed based on the sound, right? Yeah. يلا Hannah. Next word.
وكلا تبرنا.
Very important word, guys, huh? وكلا تبرنا. تبرنا. يلا next. سارة.
غضب
يلا أحمد. Okay.
غضب الله.
Again.
غضب الله.
Who can tell me the mistake he's making? يلا guys.
غضب.
Huh? What's the mistake? Tell me the letter.
غضب.
You're saying dad. You're making the dad light, يا أحمد. Make the dad heavy. Say it.
غضب الله.
غضب. Then you get
غضب.
غضب. This is why the back can be between two heavy letters. غضب الله.
غضب الله.
Now make the dot heavier. غضب.
غضب الله.
Okay, say a ض.
ض.
غضب.
غضب الله.
Good job. يلا. Okay, البقر البصر, we've done with that. يلا next word يا إسراء. Read this word for me, please. This one. Let's say ذل. Let's put before it ذي القربى. Again here, as you can see. يلا. What's the mistake I made here, guys? Who can tell me? In writing this word, what's the mistake? Yalla, teachers. You're all teachers. Yalla, brother Amran, you're teaching or not yet?
No, not yet.
Yalla, bismillah. Yalla, guys. What's the mistake in the word V?
Is it the dots?
There should be, yeah.
Say it. What's
Is it the
mistake?
dots?
No dots. Yeah. In the Quran, the ya doesn't have dots when it is written in this way, right? No dots. Okay. So, Yalla, Isra, read this word for us.
ذي القربى.
Again.
ذي القربى.
Make the ra heavier.
ذي القربى.
Right. ذي القربى. ذي القربى. Okay. Any question, guys, so far? Okay, Bismillah. Now, وباء برق باطل, we're done with that. Now, بهم بذي. بهم بذي. We said usual people don't make them heavy. بهم بذي. After that, because the ba here, it sounds weak because it is adjacent to, and it came after or before weak letters. And this is why Imam Aljazariyya mentioned the second section. He said, وَاحْرِصْ عَلَى الشِّدَّةِ وَالْجَهْرِ الَّذِي فِيهَا وَفِي الْجِيمِ. Okay, this is the full line here, the full two lines. Oh, I did not get them yet. They're here. Bismillah. So he said, rahimahullah, what? وَاحْرِصْ على الشدة والجهر الذي فيها وفي الجيم. فيها وفي الجيم. Where is it? Here. واحرص على الشدة والجهر الذي فيها وفي الجيم. You see, he put them in red color. Shaykh Ayman, may Allah reward him, because they're one topic. So, be guys, when you read them, for example, look, ربهم أعلم بهم. Okay, be. Where is Bidi, by the way, mentioned in the Quran? Anyone knows? Bidi.
وبذي القربى.
Huh?
وبذي القربى.
Where is that?
بذي وبذي.
وبالوالدين إحسانا وبذي القربى. Right? So if you read it, وبالوالدين إحسانا وبذي القرب وبذي. So the ba sounds a little bit like weak, right? The ba sounds a little bit weak. Let's get the ayah to put it here. So BV where is that?
It's that one right there, right?
Yeah. So we can just take this. وبالوالدين إحسانا وبذي القربى. Okay. Nisa 36. So what's the point behind these words that he mentioned? As we mentioned, maybe he heard some people maybe making them heavy, and also he wants to caution us and draw our attention to make them to pay attention to the shiddah and jahr, right? So let's read now. Take the literal meaning, the literal Arabic meaning. Wahris means what? Wahris. Yalla ya shabab, yalla. We mentioned this word before. Ihris, be careful of. Beware of. Take care of. Okay, guys? There is a very famous hadith. وَاحْرِصْ عَلَى مَا يَنْفَعُكَ. احْرِصْ عَلَى مَا يَنْفَعُكَ. Take care of or beware of what benefits you. The Prophet ﷺ is saying. احْرِصْ عَلى مَا يَنْفَعُكَ. Be careful of and beware of what benefits you. احْرِصْ عَلى مَا يَنْفَعُكَ. وَاسْتَعِنْ بِاللَّهِ, and seek help of Allah. وَلَا تَعْجِزْ, and don't be weak. Okay. وَاحْرِصْ عَلى الشِّدَّةِ وَالْجَهْرِ. Beware of the shiddah and the jahr. Yalla, what is shiddah? Literally. Shiddah means what? Literally. Shiddah. They say this is shadid. Right? The Prophet ﷺ says, ليس الشديد بالسرعة. إنما الشديد الذي يملك نفسه عند الغضب. The shadid person is not the one who wrestles others and beat them up. But the shadid person is what? The one who controls himself at the time of anger. Right? That is a shadid. So shadid, shiddah means what?
Strong.
Huh?
Is strong.
Strength, right? Shiddah, strength. Okay? Shiddah. Or what else? It has another word that we should have got it here.
Rough.
Yeah, strength. We mentioned strength. I feel there's another word for it that is better than this. What did you say?
rough,
Roughness, toughness, maybe. Strength, intensity. Yeah, intensity more here, maybe, in regard with the tajweed meaning. I like this intensity. Intensity. Okay. This is another possible meaning. So واحرص على الشدة والجهر. This is in the language shidda is this, is strength, is intensity. What is in the tajweed? What is the definition of shidda? We already covered that, right? Yalla guys, yalla ya, I'm gonna pick now. Yalla, who's gonna tell me before I pick someone? Yalla, Sarah, what is shidda? It's here, huh? If you want to read the Arabic part, it's here. Hana, shidda is what? The non-flowing of the sound. That's shidda, right? The non-flowing of the sound, the cutting off of the sound, right? That's shidda, right, guys? But the cutting off of the breath is what, ya Sheikh Mustafa? Jahr.
jahr.
Okay, so cutting off of the sound or non-flowing of the sound, shidda. Non-flowing of the breath, jahr. Now, opposite of shidda is what, ya Ahmad Ansari? Opposite of shidda, رخاوة وبين رخو والشديد. And opposite of jahr, ya Isra, opposite of jahr,
همس.
همس. Okay. واحرص على الشدة والجهر الذي. Now الجهر is what? الجهر we said is what? Opposite of hams is the clear jahr. You know in the Quran, right? What's the ayah? ودون الجهر من القول واذكر ربك في نفسك تضرعا وخيفة ودون الجهر من القول بالغدو والآصال ولا تكن من الغافلين. Right? Second last ayah where?
أعراف.
Second last ayah of Al-A'raf, right? This ayah, guys, second last ayah of Al-A'raf. This second last ayah of Al-A'raf, if you apply it, okay, I try to give you some benefits so that, inshallah, you don't feel bored and you get benefits and you learn and write down and take the notes, right? You remember Shafi's words that I told you one day in the like 5-6 years ago, right? Right? العلم صيد والكتابة قيده. قيد صيودك بالحبال الواثقة فمن الحماقة أن تصيد غزالة وتتركها بين الخلائق طالقة. Knowledge is a game. العلم صيد. Knowledge is a game. You guys remember? Who remembers? والكتابة قيد, and writing it is the shackles for that game. Then he says فمن الحماقة أن تصيد غزالة قيد صيودك بالحبال الواثقة. Get and tie your gains that you got when you go for hunting, right? Those are called gains, right? Right? Tie them with strong ropes because it's foolish to تصيد غزالة, you catch a deer, right? Then you let it go afterwards, right? You catch it and you run after it and you put a lot of effort. Then when you got it, you just let go, okay? Unless you felt merciful with it, okay? That's not foolish then. That's mercy. Okay. So some people like this, they just do it like for fun, but that's not right, right? That's not right. You cannot torture the animal and hit it. Then you cannot torture it. Just slaughter it quickly and relieve it, right? This is the religion of mercy. So what brought us to this? Jahr. What brought us to this? Second last ayah of Al-A'raf, right, ya Ahmad? Second last ayah of Al-A'raf. If you act upon it, it should change your life, inshallah. The second last ayah of Al-A'raf is about dhikr of Allah, the true dhikr, The dhikr of the heart, dhikr of humbleness, dhikr of concentration, right? وَاذْكُرْ رَبَّكَ فِي نَفْسِكَ. Remember your Lord within your own self. تضرعا, with humbleness, with humiliation. وخيفة, with fear. وَدُونَ الْجَهْرِ, not out aloud. So that's called the secret dhikr or the hidden dhikr or al-dhikr al-khafi. Al-dhikr al-khafi, and it's narrated or attributed to the Prophet ﷺ that he said, خَيْرُ الذِّكْرِ الْخَفِي وَخَيْرُ الرِّزْقِ مَا يَكْفِي. The best of dhikr is the hidden one, and the best of rizq is what suffices you. Okay, so jahr is what, ya akhi Ahmad? In the language, jahr is what? Means speaking out aloud. What's the opposite, ya Nabil?
Hams.
Opposite of jahr in the language.
Khafi.
ثم إني دعوتهم سيدنا نوح. ثم إني دعوتهم جهارا. ثم إني أعلنت لهم
أسررت.
سرا وجهرا. سرا وجهرا. Make, like in your notebook, make a section for the opposites, right? For the antonyms, where you're going to learn so many words when you learn the antonyms. So that's a jahr in the language. So jahr is what is the opposite of hams, is in the language, is clarity or voicedness, is the clarity in the sound, is the loud, speaking with a loud voice, right? Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. In regard with tajweed, it's the non-flowing of the breath, right? So the breath is imprisoned, right? Why? Because the vocal cords are closed, and this will cause the letter to be clear. Okay, وَاحْرِصْ عَلَى الشِّدَّةِ وَالْجَهْرِ الَّذِي. Be careful and beware of the shiddah and the jahr. الَّذِي means what? Which is. الَّذِي means which is, or that is. فِيهَا. What does فِيهَا mean, ya Hana? فِيهَا. Look here. وَاحْرِصْ عَلَى الشِّدَّةِ وَالْجَهْرِ الَّذِي فِيهَا. Beware of the shiddah and the jahr which is in it. In it. فِيهَا. In it. In what? In what, ya Hana?
The ba and jeem.
In the ba, right? فِيهَا, in the ba. Beware of the shiddah and the jahr which is where? In the ba. فِيهَا, in it. This is not a question I'm going to ask you guys, huh? And this word فِيهَا means what? It refers to what? You cannot tell me, it means in it. In what? You have to tell me, right? So, فِيهَا وَفِي الْجِيمِ. Beware of the shiddah and the jahr which is in the fa, in the ba, and in the jeem. Ka means what, ya Mustafa? واحرص على الشدة والجهر الذي فيها وفي الجيم كحب الصبر. Such as. Ka means what? Such as, or like. That's it? You write it down? Write it down. كحب الصبر. حب الصبر. ربوة اجتثت وحج الفجر. ربوة اجتثت وحج الفجر. So, وداء برق باطل بهم بذي واحرص على الشدة والجهر الذي فيها وفي الجيم كحب الصبر ربوة اجتثت وحج الفجر. Let's remember together shiddah and jahr very quickly. Again, shiddah is the انحباس جريان الصوت, the non-flowing of the sound when you pronounce the letter, because the makhraj is closed. When you say ab, can you let the sound flow? You cannot, right? Because the makhraj is closed. So that's the shiddah. Now, yalla, another question for the teachers. This is a test question, guys, huh? In the coming test, I will ask you this question. I asked you this already in the Sifat al-Huruf section. How do the Arabs get rid of the shiddah letters? Because the shiddah means the sound of the letter is not flowing, right? So you say, for example, absarihim, right?
قلقلة.
يد. First of all, what are the shadid letters, ya Sarah? Shadid letters. شديدها لفظ it's here. مهموسها فحثه شخص سكت. شديدها لفظ. Sarah, you're here? أجد فطن بكت. أجد فطن بكت. Everyone keep paying attention because I'm going to ask you quickly. So I want to make sure no one will take a nap. Okay. شديدها لفظ أجد فطن بكت. أجد فطن بكت. 8 letters. How do the Arabs get rid of the shiddah of these letters? These letters, they don't flow. How did they get rid of them? Yalla, of the shiddah. What did you say, Nabil? You said qalqala, right? Qalqala. So that will apply to the qalqala letters among the shadid letters, which is qutbu jad, right? So qutbu jad, they got rid of that shiddah with qalqala. So instead of saying absarihim, they bounce it. And also pay attention to the lightness of the bounce when you bounce it. You don't say absarihim. So we can add it here to the examples. Absarihim, right? Absarihim. Okay. So, what about the kaf and the ta, ya Isra? Do you know? How did the Arabs get rid of the shiddah of the kaf and the ta? Do we say yaktub, yaktub, yaktub? What did they do with the kaf and the ta?
Hams.
They made hams, right? Very good. So, they got rid of the shiddah of the kaf and the ta by hams. What is this, ya Mustafa? Ajid, fatim bakat. What's left? The hamza. The hamza is left. The hamza is left. How did they get rid of the hamza, ya Hana? The Arabs. Did they do that? Did they get rid of the shiddah of the hamza? This is just review, guys, huh? What did they do with the hamza? Duha. What did they do with the hamza?
Is it number?
No. Good try, but it's not nabar. Nabar is not to the hamza. It might happen to the hamza. It depends on the word. No one? They made tasheel sometimes, right? أعجمي أعجمي. In Hafs narration, we only have in أعجمي and الذكرين and الآن, right? Which is optional in the last two words. But أعجمي is mandatory to make tasheel for the second hamza. But some Arabs, like in Warsh reading, right? مؤمنون, because it's difficult to make shadid. مؤمنون, مؤمنون. What do they do? In Warsh, for example, and Hamza and some other Quran, they drop the Hamza. And Abu Amr al-Basri, in many cases, so they drop the Hamza. So mu'minun, mu'minun, right? Also Hisham, one of his readings that I read to the Shaykh, may Allah have mercy on him, Shaykh Bakri. Illa man sha, sha, and instead of sha, right? Sha, no, sha, okay? Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Also, they make yasham, yasham, which is what? Also, rom, right? You make ishmam, sorry. You make ishmam also, right? You make ishmam. Or rom. So, this is for the hamza. Now, let's come back. وَحْرِصْ عَلَى الشِّدَّةِ وَالْجَهْرِ الَّذِي فِيهَا وَفِي الْجِيمِ. So jeem and ba, they have shiddah and jahr as well as the other qalqala letters, right? They have shiddah and they have jahr. So you have to be careful of the shiddah and jahr in the ba and the jeem and in all of the qalqala letters. and the shadid letters. So this is a review of the al-hams. So hams is the opposite of jahr. Jahr, the breath is not flowing. Hams, the breath is flowing. We explained all that before. Look here how in the hams, the vocal cords are open. So because they're open, the sound will be like low, will be hidden. It will not be clear, right? It will not be clear. And because air is flowing. While in the jahr, look how the vocal cords are closed, right? And this will make the letter clearer. This is why in English they call it what? Voiced. They say this is voiced letter, means majhur. And voiceless means mahmus. Okay, in the shiddah, not only the breath, in the shiddah, the sound, excuse me, in the shiddah, the sound is blocked because the two vocal cords are closed, and this will also close the breath, or will not let the breath go out. And this is the example of the hamza. Okay, as I mentioned this here, the Arabs, to make it easier, they applied qalqala to khutb jad and hams to kaf and ta. And as for the hamza, sometimes they apply tasheel to it, sometimes they drop it, sometimes they keep it. It depends on the qira'ah. So this is the question: how do the Arabs get rid of shiddah? We're done with it. Now, rakhawa is the opposite of shiddah, right? Rakhawa is the flowing of the sound. The sound flows in the rikhu letters. And I told you the rikhu letters, I put them in one sentence. ضيف سيحث شخص فضل ذو زيغ. These are the rikhu letters. So what should we do? Let's finish this line. واحرص على الشدة والجهر الذي فيها وفي الجيم كحب الصبر. In the jeem, many people, this is common mistake in Syria also. I don't know about other countries in this regard. We say ija, ij. We make the jeem rikhu, means the sound of the jeem, we let it flow, and that is not right. You have to cut it off. You make the qalqala. So you say yaj, right? Yaj, not yaj, yajtabi, right? So why it's important to take care of the shidda and jahr in the ba and the jeem. In the ba, ya shabab, in the ba, if you don't make shidda for the ba, what happens? What happens if you don't make shidda for the ba? It might get mixed with the fa. Okay? It might get mixed with the fa. Instead of saying jannatin bi rabwa, you must say jannatin bi. So the fa is mahmus, the ba is majhur. The fa is rikhu, the ba is shadid. So you have to close the lips well, so that you maintain the shidda of the ba. As for the jeem, what's the letter that the jeem gets mixed with if you don't apply shidda and jahr for it? This is a common mistake, huh? Sheen, right? Yashtabi. And this is also common in the Syrian slang. Some people mix it. So you have to make the shidda and the jahr. And when it is sakina, you have to make the qalqala. So you say yaj, right? You say wal jibal. You don't say wal ji. No, it has to be cut, and you have to touch the roof of the mouth, right? So this is a question, guys, huh? This is a question. I'm gonna write here. How do you fix the mistake? How do you help students who do what? Who make the jeem rikhu. Yalla, what do you do? Make the jeem rich? I said rich, ya ammu. I said rikhu. How do you make the How do you fix this mistake for people who say والجبال والجبال يجتبي يلا, what do you tell them exactly? What do you tell the student to do? يلا ضحى, سارة, إسراء, هنا.
Make sure you're touching the top of the roof of the mouth and
with what?
and also with the middle of the tongue and apply qalqala if it has sukun.
You say when you sing, when they say yaj, it's like this yaj. What should you do? Just touch the roof of the mouth with the middle part of the tongue. Yaj, yaj. That's it. Yaj, right? Yajtabi waljibala waljibala waljibala. Okay, waljibala. Right? Another slight mistake here that my Sheikh Arfan, may Allah bless him, this brother who wanted to read to me and now I'm learning from him. He told me to pay attention to the lips also, not to raise my lip with the jeem, right? You don't say ja, 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 ja. So focus on the middle part of your tongue, like this. Ja, waja, 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 not waja, ja. وجاء ربك والملك وجاء, right? Okay. So واحرص على الشدة والجهر الذي فيها وفي الجيم كحب الصبر. So حبي كحبي. So you pay attention to the ba with its shadda, with its qalqala, with its sukun. So you say حبي يحبونهم كحب الله استعينوا بالصبر. This is very important word to practice and pay attention to. واستعينوا بالصبر بالصبر ربوة كمثل جنة بربوة, right? كمثل جنة بربوة اجتثت, right? If you start this word, you're gonna say uj because the third letter has dhamma, right? You say وحج الحج, right? ولا جدال في الحج ولا جدال في الحج حج, right? الفجر والفجر فجر فجر الفجر والفجر فجر. Okay guys, these are the examples. Some scholars, they added some words that are similar. Let's read them before we conclude. And by this we're done with line 30. We're done with line 37 and 38, both of them. Those words like iqra, iqra, same thing. Shidda and Jahr, huh? Iqra, iqra, iqra. Also pay attention to the hamza. You don't say iqra, ra, no, ra, ra, ra. Iqra, bismi, iqra, iqra. يقطعون مطلع الفجر يطمعون قد نرى يدرؤون make the waw light, make the hamza light. يدرؤون. Is that clear guys? Any question about anything? واحرص على الشدة والجهر الذي فيها وفي الجيم كحب الصدر ربوة اجتثت وحج الفجر. I'm not gonna explain more about this line because we already explained shidda and jahr and rakhawa and hams. Any question about anything we mentioned today? Brother Imran, Brother Mustafa, Nabil, Hana, Duha, Isra, Sarah, Ahmad, Mustafa. Any question about anything we mentioned? Okay, barakallah fikum. Simple and easy.